In this article, fear does not get to decide for me, and I can flick the right switch on. Now our brains light up differently, according to the switch that is flicked. In a room in a house, if a red switch is flipped, the room is illuminated by red. All the objects and even the space are tinted by red. And I imagine that certain things in that room are shaded in such a way that only the red light will allow them to reveal themselves. The clown in the corner is enhanced by the red light, and the revolving orbs hanging from the ceiling with their mirrored surfaces casting an eerie light of intrigue. The one-eyed teddy bear, a few broken Lego constructions, and a mysterious moon shining through a window all become apparent and seem real to observing eyes. It is the same with the blue switch. And when it is turned on, the objects are shaded to match it. The objects that are shaded to match it are illuminated, and a dancing ballerina pirouettes softly on the table. The snow outside glistens, and the moon withdraws, whilst a stallion rears on the shelf as if guarding a secret doorway. This is the brain. The brain's not capable of flicking the switch. All it is the room in the house. We are the ones that flip either switch, and we do this consciously, automatically, or unconsciously. But either way, one of the switches is always turned on. The red switch, only an analogy and not attached to any other references, the colors are not that important in this story, represents fear, and the blue switch represents joy. Our world is colored by the switch that we have turned on, and how we perceive reality creates our experiences. It is no secret that the human body either experiences something as physically true, or, whilst in an altered state, which can include shock, daydreaming, fantasizing, sleep dreaming, imagining, meditation, etc., are all altered states. It registers the same side effects as if it had actually gone through the experience physically. If you have that fear switch on and your world is relatively calm, your inner world is still registering fear regardless. You're still creating fearfully within your mind and brain. With the fear switch turned on unconsciously, you'll not even register that you view life fearfully. You'll not register that the events you see, how you perceive them, and what you experience inside are all because of that fear switch. You'll think that you're normal and that you are feeling normal feelings. What does not help is that those around you may have their fear switches on too, and you will all agree that reality is full of clowns, moons, one-eyed teddy bears, and hypnotizing orbs. How can you tell if you have the fear switch turned on? It's simple. Are you confident regarding tomorrow? Are you confident regarding your old age? Are you confident about world events in the future? Are you confident about love and relationships, your work, finances, who you are, why you are, and current world events? Do you have insurance? Do you have alarms? Do you have weapons? Why do you need a religious system? Now you know from your own personal answers which switch is turned on. None of the answers to the questions above are right or wrong. They are merely reflective and allow you to be honest with yourself. You perceive threat because of that fear switch, and you fear your future because all you can see are dragons and ghosts, hearing their concerns and alarm bells. These perceptions exist while you have the fear switch turned on, and the positive side to perceiving any of these veiled monsters is that they remind you that you have the wrong switch turned on. That is their only value. Now what are the blue switch and the experiences of joy? The same rules apply and yet the experienced perceptions are far more enjoyable. Your brain will holographically project the color of its interior upon the wall of your outer reality. That is why you see red all the time. When we consciously switch to the blue or joy mode, we can begin to expect gracious and joyful things to appear from out of the blue, surprising us and bringing a smile to our face. The joy switch causes the face to light up, the body to tingle with anticipation, and the future looks brighter. That is what happens when you shine a different light upon the world. So in the end, fear does not have to decide for any one of us what we experience and what we perceive. Have you ever wondered why a row of houses are burned to a cinder during a fire, and yet one house stands untouched right in the midst of them? Perhaps the inhabitants had a different light turned on, and the fire was not attracted to them because there was no room for disaster in their brain room and the clown was missing. You have more control of reality than you can imagine if you have the right information.